Hello, everyone. Welcome to I'd Back That Kickstarter with Gloryhoundd.
DrGloryHogg.
Greg Dickson. I'm back.
Wow, guys.
Doesn't he look like a little treat?
We are all
Just
like
eat 'em
super maybe unprepared or I don't know.
I'm prepared.
What
I
do you-
brought my
are
best
you?
antlers.
Did you?
See, look,
There you go.
they're
I'm
very
thinking
horny.
people are looking at me
They're
going
very
like, I hope
horny.
to see him under the tree.
I hope to open up a little bit of Greg Dickson.
That's right. Okay.
Come out Christmas morning, and there I am.
So, do we want to talk about anything before we get into this? It's a pretty short show.
I want to talk about all the awesome stuff we've gotten lately.
You just want to gloat. You want to be like,
Yeah.
"Hi guys, I got
I wanna
awesome
know. I got
Victorian
Dual Sword.
Mastermind." Did you
I want
really?
to play that so
That
bad.
arrived while I was at the retreat. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've been
that's
calling game
exciting.
stores waiting for the retail
Just waiting
release
for it
at
to
least.
come
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Haven't played it yet, but we have
Well,
You
I
should
mean,
let me borrow it.
it. I think we'll get to it over the holidays.
well, yeah. The holidays are prime gaming time, you know.
When we
because
want to avoid family, we'll go find a corner somewhere and play Duelosaur Island.
Oh, it's Chris.
Oh, it's Kabuki Kid. Hey, how's it going? So,
Chris Malalaki.
oh yeah, and Chris, thank you for joining us today. Yeah, I think the holidays are the perfect gaming time because one, you can use your advantage where you're like, I want to avoid everybody. Everybody who doesn't like playing games is going to steer way far away from us as we're
Yeah.
playing.
Oh,
this.
yeah.
yeah.
They'll be like, oh, great. It's the geeky part of the family over in,
Oh,
in the
great.
corner
Oh man.
playing with their little dinosaur toys.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's actually a great idea. I'm actually going to do that. I think this holiday.
Oh, yeah. Don't pack
Usually-
party games.
Yeah,
Pack two-player
usually
games.
I bring games for everybody. I'm like, hey guys, come on, try to get everybody involved. Let's play. It's gonna be awesome.
Two-player
But no,
games.
like I'm gonna be
Overrated.
Yeah.
Spending
okay.
time with the family. Overrated.
Just Nemo's War.
I
One-player
kid.
games.
Actually, I'm really hoping to play just one.
Single-player
Okay.
games. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one is our
An illusion, and those kinds of games.
Yeah, just one's our holiday gift that we gave to a bunch of non-gamers this year.
I hope they're not watching.
No, they're not watching. They're non-gamers. They're not gamers.
I'm
They're
kidding.
not
I'm
watching
kidding,
this
I'm
show.
kidding. Spoiler alert, if you are randomly somehow stumbled across this.
Oh my goodness, Nemo's War. Yes, we got to see that at BGG. That was really cool with all their new stuff
Just
and
bring
everything.
that over to your dad's house and be like, I'm just playing.
Well,
Nemo's
that's
War.
solo. I mean, that's like
I know.
you're distancing yourself from your spouse and everyone.
Everybody shutting it down.
Oh, well,
Not
That's
you
my
know,
awesome.
family.
That's
sometimes
awesome.
you need personal game time. Okay?
Sometimes you do need personal time. Game time.
All right, so let's get started today. Let's see here. We have Valda. This is by Banana Games. This is for 2 to 5 players, 12 plus, and 30 minutes per a player. What were your guys' first impressions of this game?
Vikings.
Cricket? I think that
No,
was
I mean-
about it.
No, I mean Vikings was my. That was my
Well,
impression.
the market, especially these last couple of years, really needs more Viking games. I feel like that's what we're not
That's
getting
what we're missing
enough.
I don't
is
feel like there's
more
like
trips to
Um,
Valhalla.
I don't
yeah.
feel like there's too many Viking
More
games.
trips to
Yeah,
Valhalla.
it's just happening a lot. It's starting to become the new zombies a little bit. But
really?
Yeah, everything it does though. It goes in waves.
It does seem like
Yeah.
it goes in waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
it looks good though.
my
I love
prediction
the art.
for 2019 is chickens because we've got two.
2019.
Yeah, there's 2 chicken Kickstarters in just December alone. So
Chickens,
I feel like
burritos, and cupcakes.
chickens-
Funky
That's what
Chicken
it's all
by
about.
Chickens,
North
burritos,
Star
and
just came out
cupcakes.
recently. Yeah,
the funky chicken burrito.
So with this particular game,
it looks slick though.
this
I love the art.
game, yeah,
Yeah.
this game looks amazing.
board looks
like the
awesome.
board looks, it's colorful.
I
Like
could live in that house.
they have a wooden box that it's gonna come in.
What if you? Well, it's a pledged up level.
Here's
Right.
the problem though.
Oh.
As I was researching this game, I found it extremely hard to find gameplay and like what
Yeah.
this game is actually about. Like
Yep.
I watched
I know
their
that you
official
roll.
gameplay,
Yeah, I know that you roll for resources and
Right.
stuff, and that there's worker placement,
and there's cards involved.
and there's cards involved, and I have no idea how else this game plays.
No, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
I
it's,
was
it's
like,
a Belgium company.
I was like, I need to play this. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't walk away from the Kickstarter feeling like I know what this is beyond just another worker placement game, another Viking game. Like, I don't know if it's got an X factor or if it's just going to feel like the same old thing over and over again.
I think this is like this is what you find on Kickstarter a lot of times, and I think where some people get misled is they will see these amazing looking Kickstarters. Like everything about this looks amazing. It catches the eye as you're going through. You're like, oh, this is an interesting theme. I like Vikings. And then you miss out on the portion where you're like, I need rules. I need to actually see how this plays. Like, what is this game actually about? And you can kind of be lured into that, you know?
Was there very many? I looked at a few this week. Was there very many like previews by reviewers?
None.
I
or
didn't see anything. I didn't
Yeah,
see anything.
I didn't
yeah.
think there was, right?
And
I didn't see anything in
Yeah.
the groups we follow, and there's none on this page.
Yeah.
Well, like,
They
usually
had-
they'll have a video where, like, Rado's played it, or
Right.
Game Boy Geek, or
And
somebody,
there
Undead
just
Viking, or somebody.
there just weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
They have the gameplay from, I think it was PAX Unplugged, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and Kabuki Kid also, he doesn't like it whenever they don't show gameplays. And I 100% agree with you. I need to see the game played in order to back a game. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a terrible game
It could
because
be
I don't
awesome,
know.
I
I have
just
no
don't know.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I just have no idea.
Yeah,
What
what
do you
to
think of those
expect
player
from it.
pawns? I thought that was kind of cool.
They're very
Something different.
cool. Yeah, like I said,
Not just another minis game.
I love all of I love the board. I love the colors.
It
Like I
looks
love
like it could be fun.
everything they did with this. It looks amazing.
It's something that, like, if I was walking around a game store looking for
I'd be
something
like,
to buy,
oh, and I'd pick it up and
Right.
look at the box and
but
everything.
without like some kind of like, BGG
Hey,
score to
how
kind of
does
give me an
this-
idea,
yeah.
or like somebody I know saying it was good. It's very unknown. It's got a lot of unknown questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also think we are a little jaded. Not jaded, but like we play a lot of
Yeah.
games and we see a lot of games.
Your
and
mom plays a lot of games.
she
Hi,
does
Daniel.
actually. And I think for us, like this might feel like something we've seen before, but if you're newer to the hobby and this looks really exciting to you or whatever, like I don't see any like red flags so much as I just feel like I don't know enough. You know what I mean? So if you're not like someone who plays tons and tons and tons of games all the time, and this just looks cool, I don't think that I would like warn people against it so much. But just for me, because we do play a lot, I don't know. I just feel like I'd want to try it.
It's one that you feel like you want to tell people to do some more of their own research, because I can't give a definitive answer based off of what I've seen.
Right.
Just
Like
on the
if
page.
you played this game at PAX Unplugged, then you like the game or not, and you're like, oh, okay, I can go and back the Kickstarter and everything. I'm just saying that the Kickstarter doesn't 100% give us enough information to make a fully educated decision on this, and that's what's hurting this particular campaign for me, because as I'm reviewing, because I go through like, I don't even know how many Kickstarters a week just looking at Kickstarters. This I would not have picked out if there were more Kickstarters. If this was not December, I would have not picked this game, primarily because there was not enough information on
Kind of
gameplay.
smart though if you've got a
Yeah.
game like this where you haven't had a chance to get people to review it and give them their 2 cents, and you're just like, hey, let's throw this out in December and maybe we can pull it off because we just won't have a lot of competition.
Maybe.
Yeah, Chris is saying, yeah,
We're
completely
jaded, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
like
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
that's the hard thing. I mean, if you are going into Kickstarter, and I want to make sure to educate you guys that, because I go through and I buy a bunch of Kickstarter games, this for me sends up a red flag as far as like, okay, it could look amazing. We've gotten some amazing games where they just didn't play well, like the STEM game that we had, that we loved the theme, we
More
loved the
theme than
art, it was
gameplay.
amazing. So excited about teaching the scientific process on that and having it into a card game, and I was like, oh my gosh, the possibilities are going to be amazing for kids and stuff. And then we actually played the game, and I'm like, wow, this is like not it's too easy, and I wish I would have done more research on the gameplay of this, so
See, and this is good.
It didn't have a lot.
This is good information and kind of a good warning for people, because
Right.
that was one where I was super tempted to back it. I
Yeah,
was so in love with the idea
absolutely.
of the theme.
I was so in love
And, like,
with that
we played
game.
Lovelace and Babbage. That one was so cool. I love
Yes.
that sort of like scientific, history being
Mm-hmm.
taught and all that sort of stuff. But then you get it and you're underwhelmed by it. And I'm like, whew, dodged a bullet. But in the moment, you have that FOMO
You're like,
of
oh
like,
my gosh, this looks
I gotta back this
amazing.
thing,
And that's what this is. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, this looks amazing. Look
And-
at this beautiful box with like the little, Valda on it and everything. It looks so good.
The
And then I'm
burned
like,
one looks
wait a
even
second.
better.
I've been burned before in the past. My heart's been broken. Okay.
And
so
hopefully then when we do rave about a game and really highly recommend something,
That's the one.
then it carries that much more weight, because we're not just jumping at every Kickstarter that looks shiny and
Right.
exciting,
Right,
so.
absolutely. And it's a good thing for people who are doing Kickstarters and watching this going, hey, maybe we need to make sure and incorporate, a great visual product, and gameplay into it. Maybe have a couple of reviews on there to make everything complete so our project will do better. Because this project is funded and I'm excited for that because I'm excited to see where it goes.
I want to
But
play it.
it could have been like $100,000 Kickstarter as opposed to like the $50,000 I think that it's at right now.
If you send us a copy, I guarantee you'll get $100,000.
Well, we joke, but people come to us. They trust our they trust our judgment or whatever. Just like we trust the judgment of other reviewers. If there was a Rado on here or somebody that's sort of tried and tested and true that. It's not a paid thing. It's just like, hey, they have confidence and they sent their product out early and they got someone to review it and it was on here. Like we'd be that much more likely to be like, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger now because there's personalities on here who are endorsing this.
Right, absolutely.
What do you guys think of that table?
That table looks like I would impale somebody on it. That's what happens is you flip the table and then you take care of your enemies after the game.
No, what you do with that table is you pull the spear out and you defend your hearth.
Well, no, I think if you're losing, then you accidentally kick one of the spears and it makes the
oh,
whole table tilt
sorry.
and everything falls off.
I'm telling you, as soon as there's a weird noise at night, I'm going right to my game table and ripping that spear out.
Would you ever use that table besides this? Would you use that table? Would you have that
It's
set up
awkward.
in your house?
You'd have to.
I feel
it
like it's
looks
a
cool,
perfect table for Halloween.
Yes.
I'm like, yes.
For sacrifice to the.
It's Belgium only anyway, so you guys can't get it.
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking of moving, but I guess now I won't.
Yeah, nowadays you do need gameplay videos. You need at least a preview video that's going to show off your stuff. You need these things 100% whenever you're doing your product. So, what else do we have here? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to move on to Dized. Okay, so this is not a game. This is a board game app. I don't know if everybody's heard of it before, but
I have.
yeah, this particular.
I've been following it for over a year.
Yeah.
I followed it when it was first talked about and they did their first crowdsourcing because they've done more than one crowdsourcing campaign.
It feels like this has been in the works for years. I've heard
It
about
has.
it. It's coming. It's on the horizon
I'm
since
excited.
2011 or
Yeah.
something. It seems like they've been
You
working
can
on this a
download
long
the beta
time.
of it though now. You can actually look
Right.
at it yourself.
And
I'm
they got a
ex-
handful of games on there.
I'm excited about the app.
10-ish, 12-ish.
Yeah.
I think some people might approach this Kickstarter going, well, why are they doing Kickstarter if they're doing monthly subscriptions and this, that, and the other? But I like how they
There's always startup cost.
Yeah, I like how they put it. Okay, you put this money up front now, and then we have these subscriptions that we're going to give you for this. So I really liked their game plan with this, and I think it's a fantastic app. The only thing I don't like is the fact that you have one phone and you're like, all right, guys, everybody look at this one phone. If you can
put it on an
project it,
iPad or
if you
something.
can project it
Yeah,
to
throw it
something
up on an
bigger, that's a little
iPad.
bit better so everybody can see it. But
Apple Play, AirPlay, or whatever, and put it on
it's a
your TV.
good walkthrough thing. And
It's a really good walkthrough.
I know that on this particular group, the Kickstarter board game group, if you guys are creators, they do have a creator page open for this. If you go down to the bottom of this Kickstarter, it will lead you right to it. And it actually links up people who want their rules in the game along with creators and then linking those people together to make this for the app, So you have somebody to do the voice. You have, designers to do the production of it and everything. It's really interesting how they're trying to also create a area for people to meet up and then create things for the app.
Well,
I like that.
That's kind of the idea behind it is they don't want to do the rules for every game. There's too many of them. I mean, what was it? We heard there was 900 released at Essen alone or something ridiculous we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is they're building the tools and then they want the game companies to come to them and say, hey, we're releasing King Domino. Here's, we want to add this to your Dized app, and then you add it to the app, and then, you get to look at it. For someone like me who doesn't like reading rule books and prefers watching videos, the way it step by step takes you through stuff with good voice narration and good visuals, it's very thematic and it doesn't feel like you're watching rules, and it'll take you from the point of opening the box the first time.
Yeah.
Or if you've played it multiple times, it gives you a little bit faster.
I think this game is this app is going to live or die based off of that buy-in. A bunch of companies need to come to it and be like, we want to use this platform.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to be oh, there's 50 games on here. Maybe you're lucky that the one you want to play is on here. I mean, there has to be a lot on here before this feels like something where I'm willing to pay money every month. Because I've been reading rule books for a long time, and
I
there's
think
already
that's where a lot of people are, yeah. And
there's already a lot of free playthroughs online. You know, Game Boy Geek does them, Rodney does them. I mean, Rado does them. I mean, there's
If it has
tons
enough of my favorite games, though, I'm willing
Rules
to do it.
Girl exists,
Yeah.
and she puts out a few videos every week.
There's
You
a-
know,
Because I don't want to watch a 40-minute video.
It's-
Sometimes, they're a little obsessive.
well, and the other thing
or
about this, I
ridiculous.
think that you have to decide what is your personality with learning a game too. Because the way I see it is it's going to show you step by step. Like, okay, now do this, now play this piece. Like, I kind of want to know all the rules up front so I can hit the ground running. I don't know if I want something that takes me step by step through as I'm playing the game either. So
right.
it's going to appeal to different types of learners also.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, in our comments and stuff like that, we have Kabuki Kid, that this product, this isn't a product for me, though. I can't see my group learning this way, huddled around a phone. And I kind of agree with that as well. And Chris is saying that he's not a fan of the idea that they want to change the charge the end users versus charging the publishers to host content.
Yeah.
I also agree with that, too. Like, I feel like it's an excellent idea having the app, but
It'd almost be better like as a one-time purchase or something.
it's almost geared more for like a newer gamer maybe, and I think that's maybe not where their primary market's at. I think that maybe they need to take some of the ideas of, gamers that are going to use this app all the time and try to implement some of that. Like, I want this app to succeed because I think it's going to help people learn rules quickly if you can't find something, because although you have people like Dan King, the Game Boy Geek and stuff, that does great rules and stuff, he can't do everything all the time.
But
You
there's
have to have
so-
different people
yeah.
doing different things,
Yeah.
and why not an app?
But there's so many people who are doing it now that this feels like almost a
Not
little too
everybody
late.
does it good though.
No,
you
that's
know?
true. But
And
but if there's people using this as a platform, like if there's no like oversight, like if it's just, hey, come here and put up there's also there needs to be like an oversight at that level where they can be like, no, this isn't good enough, or a quality control aspect, I guess is what I mean.
right.
So I like the idea, but I'm a little hesitant. Like, also, how many games are going to be on here?
Yeah,
For
we
me
have-
to pay, I want the majority of the games now to be on here. And there's oftentimes the games you need to learn the most are the ones you've just bought at some convention that are brand new. Is it going to be on here yet? If it's just Blood Rage and King Domino, everyone we know already knows how to play these games. Like, they're
Well-
going to have to really get this stuff out before the games are available.
And
can see
James
that.
Hudson makes a really good comment here from the publisher standpoint.
Yes,
Is the
he's
problem
right.
from a publisher's perspective is we don't want to pay to put our games there if there isn't a crowd. Consumers
Right.
don't want to use it unless games are there, chicken or the egg, and that's exactly where they're stuck at, and I completely understand that.
And it feels
So-
like they've been stuck there for like a couple of years.
well, but I'm
they
excited
keep
that
trying
they're
to
doing
kinda-
the Kickstarter to
Yeah.
try to progress this further. Like,
Yeah. I don't
think
need to
it's
be
a
on
good
the ground
idea.
floor of this, though. I want to know that it's good, and then, yes, I might be very excited about paying a monthly fee for it, but I don't feel like I need to be on the ground floor of this because I can read rules, and tons of people already exist who do teach games online if I want to watch a video.
Yeah.
And my learning style is not show me one step at a time. I can just do that with the book. Okay, it says here to put this card out. Okay, it says here to move this figure. I kind of want something that shows me the overarching how to play
I
at the beginning,
I
not
think
step by
that's
step.
the big thing between newer gamers versus gamers who have been in the community for a long time. Gamers in the community a long time can look at a rule book and go, okay, these are the general ideas or the general
Yeah.
things that have been taken from other games, and now I understand this concept, where I think newer gamers are like, oh my god, I need step by step. Like, what am I
Well,
doing? Where am I placing
I mean,
things?
everyone's learning style is different. I would respectfully disagree. I'm probably more pro this than you guys are because I don't want to learn all these games.
Yeah.
I will be honest. I don't store game rules in my head. That stuff is dumped after I'm done playing the game, unless it's a game I play constantly. So, great example, Champions of Midgard. I haven't played it for probably 8 months. I talked about playing it a couple weeks ago, and we didn't play it because it was like, well, who's going to get out the rule book and kind of refresh on how to set it up and get going? And, like, nobody wanted to do it, so it didn't get played. Where with this, I would get it out. I would set it up and go, okay, guys, here's some of the stuff you guys might have forget, and just go play it.
Yeah, that was kind of like some of the quick start
Yeah.
rule things that I was trying to do, where you've played the game before, but you can't remember like a few of the little things here.
Yeah, just the general setup and
Yeah.
get going. And I'm not opposed to paying
But
like
that's a
s-
whole different thing.
I mean, if I'm
like-
paying $20 a month, I wouldn't do that. But if I'm paying like $3 or $4 a month, That's not bad. I pay more than that for Netflix. Like, if it makes it so that I can play games more often and new games without having to hunt somebody down that knows how to play it already, then I'm 100% for that because my shelf of shame is mighty, and I would like to get through all of it. But there does need to be more product.
I would
agree.
I would argue for something like Champions, though, where you've played it before. You would need to watch 10 minutes of like a Rodney video or something, and you'd be like, "Oh, I remember this now." You wouldn't need to pay for this.
But I like the convenience of having it on the phone.
During those videos, I'm always like, "Oh my god, why is this video like 40 minutes long?"
But
I'm
these
like,
are going to be
fast
long
forwarding
too.
through,
They're not,
and then
but
I
these
forget
you can
something.
Step by step by step.
Yeah, but with this I can just skip. Like,
yeah,
it's
I see
got
what you're
every
saying.
single so like it does like
Well,
for
either way,
example
you're
for
Quickly
skipping,
skip
though.
through
When
the first
you-
10
I don't
steps.
know.
when you
and
look at it for Blood Rage, it tells you like it gives you like the lore behind it when you're watching it. If you don't need that because you already know it, you just skip until it starts doing the setup. And then it asks you, is this a brand new game that's never been opened, or is it one that's already been opened?
Okay.
And then you can kind of skip through the stuff you don't need
Yeah.
and go right into the meat of the
I
game.
agree
And I
with
like how it
Daniel.
asks you like where you're sitting at the table, which clans are you playing. You can check it out. You can download the beta and see for yourself, and then kind of give it your own feeling on it.
I hope this succeeds
Me too.
because I feel like it will improve the community. I just think that they haven't quite hit the nail on the head with exactly how they should be involving older gamer community, newer gamer community, maybe doing some quick start rules in there, like making it something more than it is today. So I think they just need more time and to listen to the community and stuff like that with that.
I'm gonna step out. I'm getting a bunch of calls.
Okay. Sorry. We're moving. All right. We got one thing left. Oh, I hope you know a lot about Blood Bowl. You're like, I haven't played
I have
Blood
never
Bowl.
played Blood Bowl. So I'll be one of the audience. Tell me.
Yay! I'm so excited about this, guys. So, BlizZone and BlizRoll. I love Blood Bowl, guys. Okay,
This looks cool.
So
Look
much.
at this box and everything.
This looks freaking amazing. Like, not only can they, it's like they took everything that you could do for Blood Bowl, put it into one easy to pack up compartment thing that you can go to people's houses or game stores and play tournament style games with. Like, I am super excited about this. They didn't leave anything out. I mean, you have the board, you have your weather markers, you have the way that you keep score. You can store your figures in this thing. The only drawback for me personally on this thing is the fact that it is made of a material I probably can't touch because I'm actually allergic to cardboard and anything that would use those sort of substances. So, like the broken token box inserts, totally allergic to those. So, for this particular thing, though, I'm thinking maybe I can get it painted. I don't know. Like, it looks freaking amazing.
It looks cool, but like I said, I haven't played the game, so it's not for me. But
yeah, it's a miniatures game, and I wish I should have like pulled out the actual Blood Bowl box because you have usually the board, and then you have like, I don't know, maybe 15 or so minis that are involved, and you have dice, and you have things to measure things. And although you have this one box there, like, it's still a pain to get everything in there, and you usually have your minis separate and everything. And I just love how this is, particularly the BlizRoll one right here, where it's just one little box. It looks like it's super easy to carry, and you fold everything up in there. And then you have everything for 2 players. Like, it looks amazing. Like,
you have all these little drawers and compartments and
right.
sliders.
Yes, Daniel, I am allergic to board games. So
I know, isn't that crazy? What is she doing in this hobby? Every time she says that, I'm like, how does that work?
So, because most cardboard items for board games have like that, the paper stuff on them and everything, I'm okay. But like, if I just took the edges of those and like rubbed them on my skin, I'd get like welts. Like, it's crazy. So, like, I'm okay to play, but with opening up packages and stuff, it sucks.
You're like a chef. You're like a fisherman who's got a fish allergy.
Right?
You know?
I'm like,
It's
don't touch anything. DrGloryHogg actually opens up all of our boxes for us, and then I get to do everything for him. But yeah, this looks just amazing. I hope this funds. It looks like they've tried to have it fund a couple of times, but it's $100, which I don't feel is bad for that because you would spend $100 on like a big scythe insert, whatever thing or something, or Gloomhaven or something
Uber
like that.
fans of this game,
right? Absolutely.
And so, hopefully they can get the eyeballs of those people who are uber fans on this game.
I hope
and
so.
I think those people will be tempted to spend that kind of money on it.
I really hope so because, like I said, it looks
This has got
amazing.
to be like your go-to game, though. This has got to be like your lifestyle game to be like, I'm going to spend $100 and grab this box.
I
But
think if you play enough tournament style
Yeah.
Blood Bowl, that this would be 100% beneficial for you because all you have to do is bring the box and everything's in it. You know, like it would be super easy to tote around, and plus it looks amazing. Look at that! I just want to play on that.
It's got like stands and stuff.
And those are dice towers. The stands are dice
It
towers
is
on
really
there, which are
cool
so
looking.
freaking cool looking. There's a little stadium and stuff. Like, I mean, I wouldn't go through that because I don't play as much Blood Bowl as that, but I'm totally down for the roll-up one. The roll-up one is like perfect for me. But let's see if we have anybody else here. Oh yeah, like it's okay. You know, the allergy's fine. It's all good.
It's not like you're going to like, your breathing is going to like.
No,
it's
I'm just gonna get
your
like
skin
I'm not gonna be able
reacts.
to touch anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you ever want to like torment her at a con, just come up and rub cardboard on her.
Oh no, don't do that. All right. So thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We are super excited. We're probably not going to do anything. I don't know if we'll do anything next week. We'll see.
I won't be
It's
around.
undecided.
But
You won't be around.
If you
I
guys
don't
are
know.
doing
we
it,
might
I'll
play
watch
some
you.
games and stuff. And I do actually play D&D style things. I have not taken a look at Teagle Manor yet. I'll have to go and take a look at that. I just actually saw a German anime RPG style game that looked amazing on Kickstarter. But
Wait, let's unpack. German RPG anime.
yeah, so it's an
So,
anime RPG.
Anime style,
But then I
made
pulled
in
it
Germany?
up. Yeah, and it's
Okay.
all German. I was like, well, I hope they have an English version of this. I mean, I could read it, but my players wouldn't be
It
able to
does
read
seem
it.
like
so.
learning German would be like almost worthwhile in this hobby because there's so many games produced in Germany. Like it would be like almost worth your time to learn German
Well,
in this
absolutely.
hobby.
Well, and especially for like Essence-Spiel and
Like
stuff
how often
like
do you?
that,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And how often do you buy stuff from Amazon.de and the rules are only
yeah.
in German? And
Yeah, that makes things super easy for me then. I'm like, oh, I have no problem doing all of this. But like an entire rule book, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll have to look into it though. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Happy holidays, guys.
I like Ian's idea of you being in a hazmat suit every time you play games. I mean,
That would be terrible.
Safety first, right?
No, I'll just put on the big gloves. I'll put like those big like yellow gloves on and be
kind
like,
of an
I'm ready to
intimidating
play
move
games
too.
now.
Right before you start the game, just and they're like, "Whoa, she means
What
business."
is happening here right now? Knee-high socks and sandals. You know what? DrGloryHogg has always wanted to wear those. So, yeah, we'll get him all learned in German and get him in the knee-high socks and sandals with that.
I think the next video needs to be him in knee-high socks and sandals.
That's right. Greg
And
has
since he's not here, he can't protest.
That's right.
I think he agrees.
And Greg has the awesomest hat on right now with his little present.
Oh yeah, I was told I had to wear this. Or
That's right. I
wasn't
forced
allowed to be
everybody.
on
I'm
the
like,
show anymore.
everybody will be merry today, and it will be a happy holiday.
Yes, okay, I'll be merry.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you guys next week, and if not next week, definitely the week after. Have a safe and happy holiday.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Absolutely.